Attitude is everything. This is probably the most important and often most underrated trait that never gets talked about when it comes to achieving success in anything you want to do, whether it's achieving financial success, losing weight, dating success, doesn't matter, right? Everything boils down to your attitude. If you have a shitty attitude towards life in general, you're really not going to accomplish anything. It doesn't matter how talented you are. Okay? And you've seen this play out, even with some of your favorite sports teams. Might draft a very talented athlete, but because his attitude sucks, he ends up having a sucky career. He never goes anywhere. He ends up failing. Right? I mean, I think a clear example of this, just off the top of my head, I mean, there's hundreds of these examples, but just off the top of my head, I know I was thinking of this guy earlier, but you guys remember, I think his name was Ryan Leaf. He was a quarterback, talented guy, big guy, came from a big college, first round draft pick, gave him all like this big chunk of money. They had high hopes for him, like he was going to be the savior of the San Diego Chargers at the time, who was really just like a really sucky team back in the 90s. He's going to save this team. And he came in, and all the fans were just really pulling for him. The coaches were pulling for him. The owner was pulling for him. Everybody's pulling for this guy. And what happened? His career went nowhere. He ended up becoming a bust, another first-round draft pick bust. And a lot of it, if not all of it, boiled down to his attitude. His attitude sucked, right? His attitude sucked. And it not only costed him his career, okay, but it also continued to affect him throughout his life. Right? He ended up getting in all sorts of trouble with the law and had financial woes, relationship problems, and just all sorts of havoc happened in his life. This guy was like super talented, had natural ability. All right, everything came spiraling down. Why? Because of his attitude. Whereas you see many players who are very mediocre, very average, just excel and become big time and just continue to win and win and win. Instead of spiraling downward, they spiral upward. They just keep continuing to win and win and win, right? And what does that boil down to? That boils down to their attitude. Okay? Boils down to their attitude. And this is something that I actually learned from one of my football coaches. The head coach of the Dallas Cowboys back when they were winning Super Bowls, Jimmy Johnson, used to tell his players this too. Right? He's like, everything is attitude. He goes, I cannot work with a player no matter how talented they are if they don't have the right attitude. If they don't have a positive attitude, I can't help them. I don't care if they are a first round draft pick. He's like, I can't help them. He's like, I'd rather have a guy who's drafted in the 6th round, who's mediocre, but has the right attitude. He goes, I can make that guy great. I can take him from good to great. But a guy who's already great with a piss poor attitude, I can't do anything for that guy. So when it comes to achieving success in life, you have to understand that your attitude is everything. Even when I'm running program, when I'm taking guys out on boot camp, right, to do cold approach, if these guys have already beaten themselves down in their heads, if they've already convinced themselves that they can't do it, it's all a scam and all this, I can't help them, right? And some of these guys, every once in a while, they try to glom onto another person, just like expecting that person to do the work for them. And, that's just not something that anybody can do for you. It really boils back down to you, right? And your attitude. And this is why I can't be around people who are negative, people who are toxic. I can't stand that. Even seeing these guys on YouTube, I can't stand seeing that, right? Because these guys have a piss poor attitude. And then they spread that to their followers, right? They spread this piss poor attitude to their followers. And then their followers are, usually they're just like them, right? Because that's why they follow them. They're toxic. The guy they're listening to is toxic. Misery loves company at the end of the day. Everything will always boil down to your attitude, no matter what you are trying to accomplish. Right? Even just trying to get through the day, even getting up in the morning, right? When I wake up in the morning, especially times where I'm underslept and I'm like, man, I don't want to get out of bed today. Oh, I got all these responsibilities today. Oh, I got all this content to shoot. Oh, I'm falling behind. Oh, I just want to lay here and do nothing. Those are the times that I really push myself. But I don't just push myself and force myself out of bed. I make sure that my head is in the right place. Right? Before I get started with anything that day, make sure my head is in the right place and I'm coming into the day with a positive attitude. Like, hey, yeah, I'm a little underslept. Yeah, I'm feeling a little under the weather, but you know what? I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to do this and let's go. All right? And I try to do it with a smile on my face. All right? I try to do it positive and cheery. I mean, this is why whenever you see me banging out these coaching videos, I mean, I'm always energetic. I'm always motivated. I've always got a smile on my face, even if it's a serious topic. I mean, I'm smiling. Why? Because life is grand. I'm enjoying life. That's part of getting to a level where you feel like you're thriving, right? You're no longer coping, but you're thriving. Because when you're still coping in life, you're still going to be, doing a lot of these very lower value, lower tier type, lower consciousness behaviors. In slang, we call it being a little bitch, right? You're just going to be a little bitch because you're still coping. You're still coping with life. And when you're still coping with life, you will try to bring other guys down. Right? And I just did a whole video about exposed channels, right? These guys who do these exposed vids on people, and they're constantly channel bashing and traffic leeching on on bigger YouTube content creators, and they're constantly clout chasing. These guys are coping with life. Make no mistake, these guys are coping with life because, as I say in my AlphaMaleSecrets premium program, you're either coping with life, thriving in life, or you're completely failing at life. Right? So there's failing, coping, and thriving. And sadly, most guys are stuck in that coping phase. Right? Even a lot of these dudes on YouTube, right? And you can see it. You can see it in the content they produce. They're constantly channel bashing. They're constantly trying to bring down other men. They're constantly trying to make themselves look better at other people's expense. They're constantly spreading that negativity and that toxicity. Right? Why? Because they're coping with life. They're not trying to lift guys up. They're trying to bring guys down. And once you're in the thriving stage, that is something you will no longer do. Right? Because you won't see other guys as your, threats, right? You won't be threatened by other guys. Instead, you'll feel secure with yourself because you're winning and they're winning. And you'll be like, shit, everybody can win. It doesn't have to be win-lose. It could be win-win. And that's something that guys who are in the coping stage can't understand. This is why a lot of these guys too, speaking of exposed channels, they call other guys oh, scam, it's a scam. They themselves are so used to this win-lose dynamic that they can't see that there is a possibility to have a win-win dynamic. They can't see that because they've never thrived in life. So anybody that they see is doing better than them must have got there because he's scamming people. Scamming. Just a great marketer. Scamming people and good marketing. It's no, dude. It's because it's win-win, right? It's we produce great value for our students, for our subscribers, for our customers, whatever you want to call them. They're winning and we're winning. So it's win-win, right? It doesn't need to be this win-lose where, you need to lie to people to try to get what you want out of them. Okay, but that's the mentality you have when you're still in the coping stage and you have a poor attitude. So remember this, guys, attitude is everything. You have to have the right attitude towards life to accomplish anything. Okay, if you don't have the right attitude, you're not going to go anywhere. Okay, you're not going to go anywhere. A lot of the cancel culture mob, they're constantly playing victim. They're constantly oh, can't do it. I'm being oppressed. Or I can't do it. Man's keeping me down. Right? They have an excuse for everything. Right? Literally, they have an excuse for everything. Which is why they never go anywhere in life. Because there's always an excuse, right? My old high school football coach used to say, excuses are like assholes. Everybody has one. He just used to say that. But he's right? Excuses are like assholes. Everybody has one. So when you see a lot of these SJWs and the cancel culture mob crying victim and I'm never going to go anywhere, they're already starting from the wrong place. They have a poor attitude. If you even look at a lot of women these days, I mean, in the workforce, society is bending over backwards to give them special privileges, to like helicopter them into these CEO positions with these Fortune 500 companies. All these like pussy ass politicians are making laws in women's favors, forcing corporations and companies to have quotas to make sure there are this many women on the board. So they're giving like women all sorts of handouts and special privileges and special benefits and kicking the door wide open for them. Yet, most of these female CEOs statistically are failing. You see what happens to these companies after they like helicopter in a female CEO. They don't thrive. They end up losing money. They end up losing money for not only the company, but shareholders. Thousands of people end up losing their jobs because of this. Right? So it's like, why aren't these women succeeding? Are they any less talented than men? That's debatable, right? We don't know. But I can tell you one thing I do know is every single one that I've seen has had a poor attitude. Okay, I shouldn't say every single one, but most of them that I've seen has had a poor attitude. Right? They've come in already feeling like a victim. They're being given every privilege on the planet to get to where they are. But because they have this victim mentality, they have the wrong attitude, they're constantly feeling like, oh, no matter what I do, they're always going to do something to try to hurt me, right? They're coming in with this piss poor attitude, and that's just guaranteeing they're going to fail. So understand, guys, attitude is everything. If you have a date with the gym and you don't want to go that day and you're feeling lazy, you're feeling sluggish, okay, if you're not going to go in with the right attitude, just don't go. Okay, because you're going to hate it there. You're going to hate it. Make sure you have your attitude right before you even get in your car and go. Okay, same thing with, going to work. If you don't feel like going to work that day, but you know you have to, just take a minute to lay in bed or before you leave your place to get your head right, so you're going and you're leaving your place with the right attitude. You're feeling positive. You're being positive. Give yourself something to look forward to maybe after work. Like, you know what? After work, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to go to this new Mexican restaurant and I'm going to treat myself. Give yourself something to look forward to. Okay, but remember, your attitude is what will determine how successful you are or how unsuccessful you are in life. At the end of the day, it all boils down to your attitude. Doesn't matter how talented you are, how talented you're not, how attractive you are, how unattractive you are, doesn't matter. It's all about your attitude. Okay? It's all about your attitude. It's like these guys on who like bash PUAs and they're like, no, if I don't look like the Chad and I don't look like the male model, I can't even get a girl who's a 5 in looks. Well, if that's your attitude, then nobody can help you. Right? If you don't believe that you can do it, then guess what? You're probably right. You can't do it. But if you do believe that you can do it, you're probably right again. Okay? You're probably right again. So, as always, drop your comments below, guys. Share anything you want to share below. If I missed anything, drop it below in the comments, and I will do my best to read it. As always, this is Matt Cross from AlphaMaleSecrets. Do not forget to smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash it right now. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on my YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton when you actually subscribe to my channel, so please make sure you're subscribed to the AlphaMaleSecrets channel as well. And for all of you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content even further, the best way to do that is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium AlphaMaleSecrets channel, which I am hosting on a private platform. And the reason I'm doing that is to protect my premium content from YouTube in the event they try to shut me down one day because they don't like what I am teaching you guys. Okay, and that is the absolute best way to support my work. And right now it's only $1, who can't afford $1, for the entire first month of premium AlphaMaleSecrets coaching lessons from me. So take advantage of it. And again, this is the best way to support me, support my work, and show that you love what I am doing here. Okay, so It's really easy to get signed up. Just click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. I'm out. Over here from Vegas, got an excellent view from my hotel room. We've got the, let's see if I can share this with you guys. Got the Eiffel Tower right here, and they've got the fountains on over at Bellagio. There's Bellagio in the distance right there. There's the Cosmopolitan. Got the Aria in the background. Obviously the Paris Hotel. There's Planet Hollywood. And just here for another month of enjoyment, excitement. Need to get out of the city every once in a while, so I just kind of escape here. It's only a few hours from LA. And I usually get a pretty kick-ass room, even during busy time like right now. It's pretty busy out there on the Strip, so got a pretty decent view for booking a last-minute trip. But there you go. There you have it. If you've never been to Vegas, you've got to come out and experience it. It's awesome, and I love sharing this with you guys. So until next time.